Last night's massively hyped comeback for Conor McGregor turned into a nightmare. Barely 60 seconds into round 1 against Max Holloway, the former 2-division title holder went down with a brutal knee injury that brought the fight to an immediate halt. It happened the instant Conor unloaded a flying left switch kick. The second his lead foot came back down onto the canvas, his knee gave out completely beneath him. He fought to stay on his feet, but his body buckled and he collapsed to the mat, leaving the referee no choice but to wave it off and hand Holloway a first-round TKO. Cage-side medics rushed in immediately, with initial word pointing toward a torn ACL or PCL. What makes the whole thing even harder to make sense of is the warm-up footage the promotion put out beforehand. In the minutes leading up to his walkout, Conor looked completely fine, showing zero signs of any physical issue. In fact, cameras caught him smoothly practicing that exact same jumping switch kick backstage, the very same move that would betray him under the lights just a short time later, a genuinely freak, unpreventable accident. While the Notorious now faces a long, uncertain road back, Max Holloway is walking out of Las Vegas with a landmark win and a whole new direction for his career. Fresh off his successful jump up to welterweight, the Hawaiian made it clear he'd happily make 170 his permanent home if the promotion wants to build around him there, which means the welterweight contenders now have a genuinely dangerous new name to worry about.
I want to become a 2-division champ. I don't think anybody did that yet. Skip one and then go just to another weight class. So that'd be amazing, right? That'd be so much fun. And then if I beat Islam, right? If I got to get the fight and I beat him, in Justin's words, I would have been the 155 champ. So I'm the first triple champ. Problem solved.
You got the BMF belt at 155 too, right?
Yeah, people count it. You know, I mean, I want the gold one. That silver, that platinum, whatever they make the belt out. That belt is actually heavier than the undisputed title, which is kind of crazy. But whatever they make out of that belt, I want the gold one. So if it's at 155 or 170 or 185, who knows? I'll go out there, do the same damn thing. I just think go out there and just put on a masterpiece. That's what I want to do. You know, I know he's gonna come in there and try and make the fight ugly, and I want to go in there and make the fight nice and come out clean. That's the task at hand. And just going out there and get my hand raised again. You know, I would love to share octagon with him.
UFC 329 was supposed to be Conor McGregor's big return. Instead, it turned into one of the most brutal endings we've seen in years. Just seconds into the main event against Max Holloway, McGregor went down hard with a knee injury, and the fight was over almost instantly. Rumors quickly spread that McGregor stepped in already compromised, but Dana White shut that talk down fast. Here's the moment everyone's talking about. As Holloway celebrated his son Rush, a familiar face cage side wasn't holding back.
Max is my child. I sunned Max when I fought him last.
That callback stings. Before the fight, McGregor claimed he was Holloway's daddy, bragging he sunned him in their first fight 13 years ago. Rush made sure nobody forgot. McGregor left the octagon immediately, still in his gear, visibly limping. He's since broken his silence, saying the injury came, quote, out of nowhere. This isn't even the first time. Back in 2013, McGregor tore his ACL early in their first fight and still found a way to win. Now the record's even at 1 apiece. Holloway says he'll wait for McGregor to heal. The only question, will the UFC actually make it happen? Paddy Pimblett is riding a wave of momentum after picking apart Benoit Saint-Denis with a spectacular finish, and he used his fiery post-fight press conference to put the entire lightweight division on notice. His message was simple. The only thing he actually cares about is getting his hands on UFC gold. The Scouser insisted he'll fight literally anyone who moves him closer to a title shot, even if that means finally running it back with old rival Ilia Topuria. Turning his attention to the division's top names, Paddy zeroed in on Charles Oliveira with total confidence, breaking down exactly how that fight would play out. If the Brazilian tries to take him down and grapple, Paddy says he'll simply lock up a submission of his own, but he fully expects Oliveira would abandon the ground game entirely and choose to stand and trade instead, which he predicts would turn into an absolute 5-round war. It's starting to look like the Topuria-Pimblett grudge match isn't as far away as it seemed just a few months back, with both men clearly looking to make a statement on their way to the belt. Let's hear what Paddy has to say.
The goalposts will get moved, everyone will say, oh, BSD was shit anyway, know what I mean? When 2 days ago it was BSD's gonna smash Paddy, his grappling's well better, he's got too much power for him, this and that, but people just love moving the goalposts with me, and I don't give a fuck. Move them all you want, as long as I keep winning, I keep getting paid, and keep making steps towards being a world champion, you can say what you want. Anyone can say what they want about me. Simple. I want to be a world champion. I want to be undisputed champion of the world. I want to be the first ever world champion from Liverpool. And I'm going to do that. I know that's in my destiny. I know it's in my fate. Whether it's the next fight or the next 10 fights, I'm going to be a world champion. It's that simple. If you want me to fight Justin next, if you want me to fight Posh Boy next, if you want me to fight Chorizo next, if you want me to fight Charles next, anyone can get it.
Conor McGregor has broken his silence for the first time since the injury loss to Holloway, releasing a personal statement to fans. In it, he described, quote, "My head gasket is gone, destroyed. I had no injuries going into the fight. I was throwing kicks, planting and jumping all throughout camp as well as backstage before the fight. This came out of nowhere. I am beyond dark here. I can only describe it as hell. I was so sharp and so ready for this fight. I cannot believe what has happened. The talk of me being off while walking into the fight is nonsense. I was calm, ready, and confident. I am in shock what has taken place. The devil is literally staring at me right in front of my face here. I am not engaging. I will be at church tomorrow. I will overcome this. I will not be deterred. I will return." Following the chaotic ending to the main event, Dana White stepped up to the podium at the post-fight press conference to address the growing speculation around Conor's injury. When a reporter pointed out that none of the broadcast angles actually caught the exact moment his knee gave out on the landing, White pushed back firmly on the online theories suggesting McGregor had walked in already hurt. Let's hear what Dana has to say.
Could he have been injured before the fight?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't know. I mean, the day of the press conference, he came running out of the back and ran right up to him and stopped abruptly and, squared off with him. They were pushing foreheads and...
I'm just wondering if something happened within the last 24 hours. I don't see it on the landing, the actual landing of that flying.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that, but I didn't see, the doctors checked him out before they fight, and he looked damn good at the press conference, and he looked fine at the weigh-ins. That's exactly, I do feel that way, but it's the guys that start saying, I've been thinking about retiring, and the minute you start talking or thinking about retiring, you absolutely positively should. I haven't heard that from him yet, but he hasn't spoke publicly yet. We'll see what he has to say.
And if he comes out and says, look, I want to run it back, will you guys be open to that?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how this whole thing plays out. There's a lot of unanswered questions right now.
Sean Strickland is also weighing in on Conor's devastating knee injury. And in true Strickland fashion, he wasted no time dropping a controversial theory of his own. Reacting to the abrupt finish of UFC 329, the former middleweight champion flatly dismissed the online rumors claiming McGregor entered the octagon already injured. Drawing on his own years inside the cage, Sean argued that no veteran fighter would never throw a fully committed explosive switch kick if they knew their leg was already compromised. The risk just wouldn't make sense. Instead, he pointed the finger at something else entirely: long-term performance-enhancing drug use. He stopped short of directly accusing McGregor of anything specific, but heavily hinted that Conor's well-documented size increase during his 5-year break from competition could be the real story here. According to Strickland, everyone he's personally known who's used steroids for long stretches has ended up with noticeably fragile, breakdown-prone bodies down the line. The muscle grows, he says, but the underlying structure quietly weakens. In his view, Conor's knee didn't just randomly give out. It finally cracked under the accumulated toll of everything his body had been through during his time away from testing. That's it from MMA Time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for daily MMA updates.